What's up, everybody? I'm Flash. This is One Man's Opinion, the show where we cover just about everything, and today we're looking at another epic rap battle of history. This one coming recommended straight out my comments section. Alexander the Great, Ivan the Terrible. Seen this one a couple of times. It's been a long time. Don't know what to expect with this one. I just have this memory of Ivan the Terrible killing everyone. And I remember that there's 3 or 4 other people that show up in this one, I think. So we're going to get right into it and see what's going on. Also, I would say that my history with some of these characters is spotty. I'm going to do my best to recall what I know, but no promises that I'm going to catch all these references here. But I know some of y'all are going to help me out in the comments. You always do, and I appreciate it. Let's go.
Alexander the Great.
I got to get my volume up. Hold up.
Alexander the Great.
That's better. Yeah.
Ivan the Terrible.
Look alive, creme de la Kremlin's arriving. Try to survive and no surviving.
Ooh, I like the double right out the gate with that one. Hang on.
Ivan the Terrible.
Look alive, creme de la Kremlin's arriving.
Creme de la Kremlin's arriving. He's just saying I'm the best of the best, creme de la creme. But he's also creme de la Kremlin, play on the Kremlin, which is like a fortified area. I don't know if it's a building or if it's like an entire area in Moscow, but the Kremlin's like a heavily fortified area in Moscow.
Try to survive and no surviving.
I like that too. Try to serve Ivan, no surviving. That flip on his own name right there is really dope. So Ivan coming out with a little bit of swagger in this one.
No surviving. You're a land rover. I'm a land expander. You're the hand of your first loss. Alexander. You like Aristotle. Smack your heart and then you hit that bottle. You're nothing but an overrated lush. I'll crush you in the first side of all of Russia.
Okay, all right. Some good flex in there. I like it. I'm not crazy about everything right here. Let's back it up.
Surviving. You're a land rover. I'm a land expander.
I don't really know what he means by calling Alexander a Land Rover, and then saying he's a land expander. I don't really know what he's getting at right there, so I'll miss that one.
And your first loss, Alexander.
Alexander, look, he's got his work cut out for him. I said that it sounded like I was saying Alexander's got his work cut out for him. What I mean is Ivan has got his work cut out for him going after Alexander. You heard him say right there, here to hand you your first loss. That's because Alexander the Great never lost. He never lost a battle. Dude was undefeated. He's the real OG. He's the guy. He is that guy. I don't know if he can do it, but he's going to have to do better than this. School you like Aristotle, that's almost not even an insult. I mean, to have learned from a guy like Aristotle, like historically, one of the great minds historically, that's actually like, yeah, he had a great mentor. What of it? You know, I get what he's saying. He's saying, I'm going to take you to school. You know, I'm going to school you like Aristotle. I get it, but it's iffy. It's iffy for me. Also, this one's a little iffy for me. As far as I remember, and again, you know, maybe they found more evidence of this since the last time I looked at anything, but I'm pretty sure this is not fact. Like, some people have speculated that Alexander had a bit of a drinking problem, but as far as I'm aware, there's no real proof of it, and there's no real proof that it had anything to do with his death either. As far as I'm aware, you guys let me know in the comments below if you know something that I don't.
But an overrated lush, I'll crush you in the first side of all of Russia.
Okay.
I'm heaven sent, divine and holy. So don't even try to approach the God, or you'll get a huge shot like no God.
Okay, so I feel like he's doing a really good job flexing at times, but his punches are not really landing for me. I'm the first czar of all of Russia. That's pretty cool, and you see a bunch of these famous Russian dudes kind of come out in the background, and I know that they've used some of these in the past. As a matter of fact, I think all of these guys were in one rap battle together, one that I haven't covered yet. If memory serves me, and again, it's been a long time since I looked at a lot of these, but if memory serves, all of those guys were in a rap battle together against each other. So. And Anastoli is just the haircut that he has. So he calls him, you know, an a-hole with an Anastoli, and it's like, yeah, okay. But it's just not, there's no fire to these punches. And you can't hardly blame the guy because What are you going to say to Alexander the Great besides making fun of his hair or being like, oh, I'm going to school you like Aristotle? Like, there's not a whole lot you can say about the guy that I'm aware of. There's not a lot of shots you can take because the dude did nothing but get W's his entire life.
Heaven sent divine and holy, so don't even try to approach the God, or you'll get a huge shot like Novgorod.
Novgorod is a city that he sacked. I mean, it's exactly what he's saying there.
Hey fella, swell diss, but now you got the Pan-Hellenist from Pella hella pissed. Stepping up's foolish as well as useless, little Vassilievich. Let me spell out the list.
Oh, I like this rhyme scheme already.
Divine and holy.
Hold up.
You sound like Novgorod.
Hey fella, swell diss.
Swell diss.
But now you got the Pan-Hellenist from Pella hella pissed.
The Pan-Hellenist from Pella pissed? Like, that's crazy. That's a dope rhyme scheme already. Coming out the gate, Alexander the Great, man. And all he's saying, Pan-Hellenist, is just someone from Greece.
Stepping up's foolish as well as useless, little Vassilievich.
I like this too. I mean, how hard must it have been to work in Ivan's real name, his last name, into this rap? Because, I mean, I couldn't have rhymed Vassilievich. I mean, he didn't really rhyme it, but he still worked it in there. It's not an easy name to work into a rap scheme, you know what I mean?
Let me spell out the list. I brought foes to their knees in Phoenicia.
Okay.
Breezed through Gaza to Giza. Had the Balkans, Persia, Syria, Iraq, and Pakistan in my expansion pack.
That's what I'm talking about. The dude got nothing but wins. What are you going to say against that? And I like the kind of video games have been adding expansion packs for like a long time. Especially in games like Skyrim, kind of open world games, they add in new territories that you can go visit. And so it's funny, the video game reference there for the expansion pack is pretty funny.
Died in the middle of a game of chess. You got vodka bars, flavorless, and what I'm about to spit.
Okay, here's one that I'm not crazy about from Alexander. He was killing it, and I still think he's doing a really good job, but died in the middle of a game of chess, like, that's a really good punch, but it leaves him open for rebuttal because, I mean, he died of like a fever. So Ivan had a stroke playing a game of chess, but Alexander the Great got a fever, and died. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to go down that path, is all I'm saying, like trading blows on whose death was lamer, because he doesn't have much of a leg to stand on, in my opinion.
Iraq and Pakistan in my expansion pack. While you died in the middle of a game of chess, you got vodka bars, flavorless, and what I'm about to spit will be the craziest. So go fix me a drink so I can stay refreshed.
Disrespect.
The glory I got from winning every single war that I fought. So this will be straightforward. I'll take up this sword that I brought and slice you in half like the Gordian knot. And I'll soar to the top like the eagle whose feather I was sported. And the helmet that I wore as I swatted my many enemies, shattered them like a porcelain pot. And they'd be praying for the torture to stop.
Ooh.
But I would leave them contorted and they'd be screaming and roaring until their vocal cords were torn up and shot. And I would howl abuse, Cephalid. Hot from a horsey and draw. When I'm in a vanquish, I'm in a motive, you're not.
Holy crap, man. I just had to let him cook, and it wasn't that he was just like punching real hard. The dude was just on fire there for a second. We'll back it up just a little bit. Really not a whole lot to break down here. A lot of it's very self-explanatory, at least what I call it was.
Drink for the glory I got from winning every single war that I fought. So this will be straightforward. I'll take up this sword that I brought and slice you in half like the Gordian knot.
Okay, the Gordian knot was like a knot that was tied by a king. His name was like Gordius or something. It was akin to Gordian anyway. It was something like that. Anyway, dude tied a knot and was like, whoever undoes this knot will be the next great ruler. And nobody could ever undo the knot. And Alexander the Great got there and he just like cut the knot with his sword and was like, there, it's undone, So it was kind of a boss move on his part, to be honest. He wasn't playing around with like, I'm going to try to figure out how to untie this thing. He just cut the thing. So I always thought that was a pretty funny story.
And I'll soar to the top like the eagle whose feather I was sported. And the helmet that I wore as I swatted my many enemies, shattered them like a porcelain pot. And they'd be praying for the torture to stop.
Again, self-explanatory. Okay, there it is right there. Bucephalus was his horse. But the rest of this is all very self-explanatory. He's just talking about how he dominates people.
I'm a horsey and draw. When I'm in a vanquish, I'm in a motive, you're not.
I win, Ivan, I vanquish. The rhyme scheme for this one is crazy, though. This dude was really, really cooking in this rap battle. Nuts.
I don't stand a chance against your skills.
Facts.
Petrovia, a drink to your victory.
Yes, I will. It seems no one can defeat me. I weep. It's all so easy.
Ooh, what's wrong?
I feel a bit queasy.
Cap. There's no way Alexander the Great would ever take a drink from Ivan the Terrible. I mean, he just wouldn't do it. The dude ain't going out like that. That's cap. It ain't happening.
Ah, you're in poison.
Oh, the pain is unbearable. My stomach's riddled with holes.
I'm terrible. There's no great who could defeat this Russian. What about a flute-busting Prussian?
Would it be nuts if Epic Lloyd was really hammering down on that flute right there? Because whoever was playing that flute was really playing that flute, man. They were hammering down on that thing.
I'm the great, up the gate, first servant of state. Oblique attack, doctor said exactly straight. I've got creative talents and battle malice. Hard as steel on the field, genteel in the past.
Okay, so Frederick the Great's one of those that I don't know a whole lot about. Basically, all I know about Frederick the Great is that he was like a brilliant strategist, kind of like what he was saying there on the battlefield. And he had a big role in like the Renaissance, an Enlightenment period. So he was like a big name during that. So I guess that's what he's talking about here. You know, Heart of Steel, what'd he say? On the battlefield?
I'm the great, up the gate, first servant of state. Oblique attack, doctor said exactly.
Oblique attack, that's hard to say, and he rapped it. Oblique attack tactics ain't exactly straight. He's just saying that I didn't play it straight on the battlefield. He was an excellent strategist.
Creative talents and battle malice. Hard as steel on the field, genteel in the past. Okay. Just locked up on the wonder why. With your thunder's hand, tiger's hand, bear, oh my. Hey, you gotta tear out my eyes. And look at your trophies. Okay. Now bring me my chair. I'm weary from tearing you a new derriere from here to Red Square. Fought a 7 years war. I ain't scared of his arms. Cause beating you only took me 12 bars.
Dang. There's really not much to say. It's pretty funny, though. I mean,
Hard as steel on the field,
I like what he says here.
Just locked up on the wonder why. With your thunder's hand, tiger's hand, bear, oh my.
Russia's messed up, but I wonder why with your tundras and tigers and bears, oh my. That's funny. Man, the freaking, I don't know what you call that. Is that a falsetto or something like that? I don't know singing terms, but that, Pega, boy, that sounded nice right there. It's not something you expect. He's kind of styling on him a little bit with this.
With your thunder's hand, tiger's hand, bear, oh my. Tear out my eyes if I had a look at your trophies.
That's funny.
Now bring me my chair. I'm weary from tearing you a new derriere from here to Red Square.
Ooh, I'm weary from tearing you a new derriere from here to Red Square. The rhyme schemes are different in this rap battle. They are dope, man.
7 years war. I ain't scared of his arms. Beating you only took me 12 bars.
I'm pretty sure that pose right there is a famous painting of Frederick. I could be missing that, but this feels like a painting or an image I've seen of him in the past. Maybe I'm making that up, but that's it. My mind went there when I saw this pose. So.
Oh, what a humiliating defeat! I know when I am beat, so of course, take a seat.
I keep ripping you to shreds, but I'll take a break instead and just rest my little head.
Why don't you drop that, Fred?
I'm going to go ahead and say Ivan the Terrible's not won a single one of these battles because he didn't even rap against Frederick, so you got to give it to Frederick. And I think Frederick died of natural causes. I don't remember him being, like, murdered or getting some kind of crazy illness or anything like that. I think he just died, like, old.
My expectations were a lot higher. But at least I saved the rubles on the garret wire. It's another great day and another great victory, 'cause no great can beat me.
What about me, Pompey?
Oh, I forgot about that. I was like, I don't remember Pompey. I guess I remember now why I didn't remember Pompey. But I like the comedy in this one a lot. And there's a lot of great historical references. It's not the craziest, like, punch-for-punch rap battle. You're not getting a whole lot of haymakers or heavy swings. But the historical references are a lot of fun. And there is a lot of comedy in this thing. It's really funny.
Macedonians, Prussians, and Romans, those unworthy opponents. It takes a Russian to take down a Russian. I'm a cat, you're a rodent.
Ooh! I'm a cat, you're a rodent? Oh, I like that a little bit. I did a nice intro for Catherine the Great here. Ooh. Facts. Catherine's spitting a lot of facts here. Catherine the Great was one of the greatest rulers in Russian history. I suppose I would say, in my opinion, depending on what you're looking for in a ruler. But she really did bring Russia out of, like, what did she say? How did she put it? Let's just see how she put it real quick.
Balance the European powers with the wars I wage. The Russian Empire, straight out the olden days.
Straight out the olden days. Into the golden age. Catherine the Great kind of led her own Renaissance, and it was inspired by the Enlightenment, that was going on to the West. But she wasn't afraid to advance. She wasn't afraid to look and say, you know what, they're doing smart things on the other side of the planet or in other countries close by. We can do that too. She built a lot of cities and just really brought Russia into the next step, the next age. I feel like that meddle with was a double, but I'm not entirely, it's just the way she said it. That you just can't meddle with? I don't know, maybe not, but it felt like the way she said it, there was a double there, and maybe I'm missing that one. Big flex.
A beautiful queen to beat me in the battle. Accept this gift, your highness, I hear you. Enjoy the saddle.
That whole story is a pile of shit. Though I do
Is
keep
it?
jumping at the bit.
Is it though? Is it a pile? I really don't know. I don't know if it was ever proven factual or not, but I'm aware of the story.
But you're never gonna get it yet.
I like how she flipped it though. Keep them chomping at the bit right there. That was pretty good.
That whole story is a pile of shit. Though I do keep jumping at the bit. But you're never gonna get it yet. Couldn't spin in my chamber if there's a Russian roulette. Picking up where Peter the Great left off. Bring sexy back
Okay.
to house Roman on. So don't call me queen. I'm far more great. Empress design 8-bit. Checkmate.
Ooh, and I like the checkmate finish, going back to the way Ivan died right there. Peter the Great was her husband, by the way, and he was Tsar before she was. Who won? I think Catherine the Great won. It was definitely her or Alexander the Great. But she brought some real punches to Ivan, about losing his mind and how unstable he was and, killing his son and all that stuff, and then brought some heavy flexes too. So I would say it was very close between Alexander and Catherine. Pompey lost. I'll go ahead and put that. He was in last place, and then I would go Ivan in fourth place, putting Frederick right there in the middle at third place. And hard to call between Alexander and Catherine. I will say I'm going to go Catherine. Catherine did more punching and still had the flexes. Like, Alexander did a lot of flexing, and his rhyme scheme was crazy cool, but he didn't punch all that much. He didn't really have to beat Ivan, but we'll put them in order: Catherine, then Alexander. All right, let me know what you guys thought about this one. I thought it was a lot of fun. Honestly, there wasn't as much. I thought that there would be a lot more to break down in this one than there was, but it turned out to be a lot more straightforward. Like, a lot of the historical references weren't, like, difficult to discern or difficult to pick up on and be like, you could kind of see, even if you didn't know the history, I felt like a lot of them you could kind of see what they were getting at. Because they were pretty direct. And there could have been some double entendres or some small things in there, a little bit more intricate, a little bit more complicated that I might have missed. That could always be the case, but I know you guys will help me out in the comments below. Thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Maybe you learned something. I don't know. I always do whenever I do these because of all the comments down below. But thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know if there's another epic rap battle that you want to see me react to. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it. This has been One Man's Opinion. Thanks.